Welcome to this recorded session on using multimedia in Illuminate Live. My name is Amanda Reed. Let me take a few minutes to step you through the basics for incorporating multimedia content into your Illuminate session. The first thing is the moderator is the only one that's able to load multimedia content, so you're going to look for the button on the top of the screen that allows you to open the multimedia library. Once you've opened the multimedia library, you're able to load any of these supported formats: Shockwave, MPEG, QuickTime, MPEG-4, Windows Media, and MP3 audio files. It's important to note that participants will need to have the appropriate player or plug-in. For example, for a Flash file, you need to have the Flash player. For a QuickTime movie, you need to have a media player that is able to play a QuickTime movie. That is important on each individual participant's machine. One thing that you can do before your class, let's say you're going to show a QuickTime movie. Send your participants out a sample and let them preview it, or send them to a website where they can preview a QuickTime movie. That's a great way of making sure that everybody's going to be able to see that content. Once you open up the multimedia library, you're able to go ahead and load a multimedia file. You can see in this example we've loaded an MOV or a QuickTime file and a Flash file. So we did that by opening up the multimedia library, going in here, choosing the multimedia file type. Then the next thing that's going to happen is that content is going to have to load to the server. So we're going to watch the server status and the progress bar. The server status. This tells me that this particular file, this MOV file, QuickTime file, is loading. It's 19% loaded. That means I'm taking that content, I'm loading it from my local computer, from my hard drive or shared drive, uploading it to the Illuminate server. When this gets to say complete, then I know the file is all loaded. Now I'm watching the progress indicator. The progress indicator, when it goes completely green, that tells me that each individual participant in the session has received that content. It's downloaded behind the scenes. They don't even know it's happening, but it's downloaded to each participant's machine. And now you're ready to play the content. So how do you play the content? Well, select the file and click the play button. You can also stop the multimedia content, okay? And you can play the file more than one time throughout a session. Let's talk about a couple of resources. I encourage you to join our Learn Central group. The Illuminati group in Learn Central is a group of Illuminate users, a great way of getting to know other people using Illuminate, to bounce ideas off of them, to get their tips and tricks and techniques for mastering using Illuminate Live. So www.learncentral.org, join the Illuminati group. And right on our website, illuminate.com/training, we have additional training videos, quick reference guides, documentation, and of course, you can register for live training. Thanks so much for joining me and watching this short recording on using multimedia in your Illuminate session.